They say some men are born tough and some men are born broken. But no one ever stops to ask, what if both are the same story, just told from different ends of pain? We grow up thinking we've got two choices: be the unshakable one or accept you're the damaged one. But real life ain't that neat. Real life blurs the lines. Growing up before the millennium, we weren't taught to reflect. We were taught to endure. We weren't allowed to say, I'm scared, I'm lonely, I'm struggling. If you said those things, you were soft, weak, or the favourite. Are you gay or something? It wasn't curiosity, it was an attack. A warning shot telling you to shut up and shrink back inside yourself. So we learnt early, if you hurt, hide it. If you break, glue it in silence. If you feel, pretend you don't. And then one day, people look around and ask, why are so many men isolated, addicted, angry, withdrawn, as if the world didn't train us for it? The lad who takes hits and doesn't flinch, laughs through heartbreak, drinks through stress, shakes hands with grief and calls it character building. He's applauded for surviving storms he never asked for, praised for not crying even though he's drowning. People point at him like he's a blueprint. Look at him, that's how a man should be. But no one notices the quiet part. Sometimes the toughest ones are the most shattered. They've just mastered the art of bleeding internally. Then there's a lad, labelled weak, the moment he feels anything. Too sensitive, too emotional, too much. Not because he's broken, but because he never learnt how to fake the armour. He falls into addiction, isolation, self-doubt, not because he's less than, but because the people around him couldn't tolerate honest pain. He was never broken. He was unheard. No man is born tough. No man is born broken. We're born human, then shaped by circumstance, culture, trauma, fear, silence, expectations, and the unsaid rules of our fathers' fathers. Some of us survived it by armouring up. Some of us survived it by crying out. Both are coping mechanisms. Both are responses to pain. Both deserve compassion. But we inherited a mask we never asked to wear. This silence has killed more men than violence ever has. It fed addictions, it broke families, it hollowed out friendships. And when the mask finally cracks, it's usually because life has hit so hard there's nowhere left to hide. We're the generation in the middle, raised by old rules, living in a new world. Too old to benefit from the openness, too young to accept the silence. So the responsibility falls on us to rewrite the script, to break the cycle, to speak. Real strength isn't pretending you're fine. Real strength is facing what scares you. Real strength is saying, this ends with me. When one man speaks honestly, another hears permission to do the same. That's how healing starts, one voice at a time. I'm not tough or broken. I'm human, and I'm done staying silent.